Hey everyone, welcome back to the Life Lab, where we decode life's toughest questions with honesty, science, and soul. Today, we're diving into one of the most brutally honest self-help books ever written, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Now, don't be fooled by the title. This book isn't about being careless, rude, or lazy. It's about choosing your battles wisely, about focusing your limited energy only on what truly matters, and letting go of all the meaningless noise around us. By the end of this video, you'll understand why not giving a fuck might be the most powerful skill you ever learn. So, grab your coffee, silence your notifications, and let's get brutally real about life. Part 1. The Core Idea. Mark Manson begins the book with one simple truth. Life is limited. So are our fucks. We have a finite amount of energy, time, and mental space. And yet, we waste it obsessing over stupid things. How many likes we got, who texted us back, what people think about us, or whether we are successful enough. Mark says, stop. You can't care about everything. You have to decide what's worth giving a fuck about. Because when you stop giving too many fucks, you start living with focus. And that's when real growth begins. Part 2. Happiness is a problem. Most of us think the goal of life is to be happy all the time. But Manson drops a truth bomb: happiness itself is a problem. He says, life is basically a never-ending series of problems. The question is not, how do I stop having problems? The real question is, what kind of problems do I want to have? Let that sink in. No matter who you are, rich, famous, or spiritual, you'll have problems. But when your problems are meaningful, life feels lighter. When your problems are pointless, life feels heavy. For example, if you chase money, your problem becomes never having enough. If you chase approval, your problem becomes fear of rejection. But if you chase growth, your problems become challenges worth facing. So, happiness isn't about avoiding pain. It's about finding something worth suffering for. That's what Manson calls the subtle art. Not avoiding fucks, but choosing where to put them. Part 3. The Feedback Loop from Hell. Here's another gem: the feedback loop from hell. It's when you feel bad about feeling bad. Like, I'm anxious. Oh no, I shouldn't be anxious. I'm sad. Oh no, I should be happy. This double layer of self-judgment creates a loop of endless misery. We are constantly trying to fix our emotions instead of just feeling them. Manson's advice: stop chasing positivity all the time. Accept your negative emotions as part of being human. Pain is information. It's your body and mind saying, something needs attention. Listen to it, learn from it, and move on. Part 4. You are not special. This chapter offends a lot of people, and that's why it's brilliant. Mark Manson says bluntly, you are not special, and that's okay. See, we've been raised in a culture of you can be anything. You're extraordinary. You deserve greatness. But the truth is, not everyone gets a trophy in real life. When everyone believes they're special, they start expecting special treatment without earning it. And that's where entitlement begins. Manson argues, accepting your ordinariness is liberating. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be real. You don't have to change the world. You just have to handle your own. Because ironically, when you stop trying to prove that you're special, you actually start doing things that make you truly valuable. Part 5. The Value of Suffering. We all want success, love, happiness, and freedom. But what are you willing to suffer for? Everyone wants a six-pack. But not everyone wants to wake up at 5 a.m. and work out. Everyone wants love. But not everyone wants to handle tough conversations and compromise. Everyone wants freedom, but not everyone wants the discipline it requires. Manson's philosophy is simple. You can measure how much you want something by how much pain you're willing to endure for it. So don't ask, what do I want? Ask, what am I willing to struggle for? That question defines your reality. Part 6. Responsibility and choice. Manson says one of the most empowering things in the book. You're always choosing. Even when something terrible happens, that's not your fault. Your reaction is still your responsibility. For example, if someone breaks your heart, that's not your fault. But how you process that pain, learn from it, and move on, that's your choice. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything. It means owning your response always. That's where real power lies. When you realize, no one can control how I feel except me. Part 7. You're always wrong. This chapter humbles you. Manson says, we are all wrong, all the time. Our beliefs, opinions, and perceptions are constantly changing. So stop clinging to being right. Instead of saying, I know, say, I could be wrong. That mindset opens the door to learning. People who believe they're always right stop growing. People who question themselves evolve. So, stop chasing certainty. Start chasing curiosity. Part 8. Failure is the way forward. This one hits hard. Mark tells the story of a man named Charles Bukowski, a drunk, failed writer who later became a cult hero. His tombstone reads, "Don't try." Sounds lazy, right? But it's not. It means stop pretending, stop forcing, stop faking. Do the real work. Fail, learn, repeat. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's the foundation of it. Manson writes, action isn't the effect of motivation, it's the cause of it. In other words, don't wait to feel motivated before acting. Start acting, and motivation will follow. So if you're waiting to feel ready to start your YouTube channel, business, or UPSC prep, stop waiting. Start doing. Failure is feedback. It's your teacher. Part 9. The importance of saying no. As you mature, you realize growth isn't about saying yes to everything. It's about having the courage to say no. Every yes you give to something meaningless takes time away from what's meaningful. Say no to gossip. Say no to fake relationships. Say no to distractions that steal your time. Because your time is your life. Protect it like a sacred resource. And here's the magic. When you say no to the wrong things, you create space for the right ones. Part 10. Death and Legacy. This is the most powerful part of the book. Mark Manson says, thinking about death isn't dark, it's freeing. Because when you remember that you're going to die, your ego melts away. Your priorities become clear. The noise disappears. You realize you don't have time to please everyone. You don't have time to chase every shiny goal. You only have time to live your truth. Ask yourself, if I died next week, what would I regret not doing? That answer, that's what deserves your fucks. Part 11. Real-life examples. Let's look at how this philosophy changes real lives. The person who stops caring about being perfect starts creating art that moves people. The student who stops caring about grades and starts caring about learning becomes unstoppable. The entrepreneur who stops caring about failure builds the business others only dream about. The person who stops caring about looking strong learns how to truly heal. That's the subtle art. It's not about being reckless. It's about being real and focusing your energy on what truly matters. Conclusion. So, what's the takeaway from the subtle art of not giving a fuck? Asterisk. It's not about giving zero fucks. It's about giving them wisely. You can't control everything. You can't please everyone. You can't fix every problem. But you can control your focus. You can choose your values. And you can decide what's worth your time, energy, and love. Mark Manson reminds us that maturity isn't about being happy all the time. It's about becoming comfortable with life's discomfort. It's about saying, yes, this hurts. Yes, it's messy. But it's mine, and I'm okay with that. So today, ask yourself, what do I truly care about? What am I willing to suffer for? What am I wasting my time on that doesn't deserve my energy? Because once you know the answers, life gets lighter. You stop running, you stop pretending, and you finally start living with purpose. If this video hit home for you, take a deep breath and remind yourself, you don't have to fix everything today. Just choose one thing that matters and give a fuck about that, because that's where peace begins. This was the Life Lab, where we explore books that change how you think and live. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the subtle art of not giving a fuck, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who overthinks too much. Until next time, stop caring about everything. Start caring about what truly matters. Stay real, stay growing,